My name is Paul Staton. Now, what this is a life mastery talk. So I do a talk here once a month on life mastery. And to me, life mastery is that comment here at the bottom when you're manifesting your purpose. Yeah? And from my experience as a healing coach for 20 years, most people in the world are not manifesting their purpose. So this is about giving strategies for people to actually be able to manifest their purpose. Right? That's the whole range of it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to briefly go through what we've done in the first two. How many people came to the first two? Stephen, you came to one. I think you came to both, probably. Yeah.
No, I came to one.
Yeah, came to one. Right. So, these charts reflect what I did. And I just said I formed a Facebook group that you can go and look at the videos. But just to give you, to put this in context of what we're going to talk about today with the 5 elements. So, as a soul, we come into the body so we can use the body to manifest. I call it like a pipeline. It's like the energy flow, whereas a soul, we project our consciousness, our essence, into the body so we can use the body to manifest. Yeah? But the problem is that some people don't project all of their consciousness into the body because they block who they are, most people. And therefore that block in the body, that block in the energy, causes illness. Shamans call it soul loss. I really call it you're not embodying your soul. And therefore healing is reconnecting to yourself. And that's a very simple perspective, right? So then we talked about in the first one that the reason why people block their soul is because they have a trauma. And to me, a trauma is an experience people believe they can't handle. And therefore they have limiting perceptions of life, right? For me, this was having a very controlling, dominating person around me when I was younger. And I had beliefs I can't be who I am. I've got to be a good little boy to get my needs met. Yeah? And that trauma, quite often it's younger people, or it could be past life, and you bring it into this life if you haven't dealt with it yet. Is that trauma, then you block your essence to survive, to fit into the world. Like me, I had to be a good little boy. Because I was quite magical as a kid, I knew I was magical. Like, I used to build energetic pyramids and talk to the universe, which I thought everybody did, until I went to school. But I realised people around me went into that energy. I really felt like Harry Potter living in a muggle's world, right? So a lot of people, they block their essence to fit into the world. Yeah? And then by blocking your essence, this is what you do. You create a false sense of who you are. Most people create a comfort zone and have particular social masks, right, to actually survive in the world. I train a lot of healers, that's what I do. Yeah? A lot of the healers I train are people in the corporate world who've got these corporate masks on, but they're not being who they are. Yeah? And you can tell that because that causes emotions like they're sad, they're angry, they're frustrated. Yeah? If you don't believe me, get on a tram at 5 o'clock at night and look at the people on the tram. They're all on their iPhone, I call it iPhone-itis. Yeah? They're all on their iPhones because they're blocking, because they're feeling sad and angry. They're not really being who they are, they're blocking their soul, right? And that blocking your energy causes illness and symptoms. That's what it does. Yeah? Because you block the energy flow into your body by not being who you are totally. That block in energy means that your body hasn't got as much energy, and that's why your body is at dis-ease. And then it creates a symptom in your body. You can't function properly, right? An example, I had a client who had a skin problem, right? She went to all these nutritionists and he couldn't work out what it was. But I knew exactly what it was because I connected to the energy, I connected to the symptom. And her trauma that caused this block in energy was a self-worth issue based from when she was a child. I know skin issues are about self-worth because it's between you and your environment. And as soon as I started talking to her about it and connecting to it, she started crying, which was good because I got her connected to it. I don't mind getting people connected to their emotions because that means they're connected to it, to the trauma, to clear it. Yeah? So, that most people are unconscious living and they're ill because they've had most people are traumatised. And they're unconscious in the sense that they're being a false sense of who they are to survive in the world. Yeah? Does that make sense? Yeah. So what we did in the last one, we didn't cover these two in the first talk. In the last talk we talked about the J curve. I call it the J curve, like a J for journey. Because in a way, we have a trauma for a reason. And this is something a lot of people do not understand. Yeah? And I know that working with a lot of clients. I work with clients from 50 countries. Right? Is people have a trauma when they're younger. Trauma creates struggles. So for instance, when I got disempowered as a boy, because I had controlling people around me, I probably didn't fit into the world, I struggled to try and be in the world. Yeah? And for instance, I had migraine headaches when I was a teenager because I was thinking too much. I go, why am I in this crazy world? I say I was angry, I was suicidally depressed. Yeah? I had a lot of trouble trying to fit into this world. Now as older, I realise I'm not here to fit into the world, I'm here to change it. Whew, that's relaxing, right? So, but we go through struggles because we're being a false sense of who we are. Yeah? When you're not being who you really are, that's when you struggle. That's why a lot of people have fears, because they're not being who they are, right? So they struggle, and then they have an emergency to wake them up. That's why I like the word emergency, emerge and see. Because people are so distracted. We live in a world where people are so sensory stimulated, right? And they're so distracted, they're not connected to who they are inside. Yeah? And therefore, quite often people need an emergency to wake them up. Yeah? And that can be pain. Pain can be a big motivator for people. Yeah? And then that emergency creates people to go on a journey, to go inside and to do healing, which is about reconnecting to who you are, which is what healing is to me, reconnecting to yourself. Right? And that's right, you go on a discovery. So for me, that was 1996 for me, when one of my friends was in a car accident, he almost died. And that really freaked me out because I thought that could have been me. Because he was drunk and I was drinking too much at the time. Yeah? So that woke me up, and then I went on a journey to actually be healthy. That's why I got into healing. So I did a lot of courses on energy and consciousness and how to be healthy. But then I started working on other people, and I realised I could bring out my abilities. I'm very sensitive to people, and I can diagnose every single time. Yeah? And then we go on a healing journey, we find solutions. See, I've found solutions how to be empowered. So you create this issue in your life, and then you find solutions with it to share with other people. Because I help kids at school who are disempowered, they get bullied, I give them a power animal exercise and they don't get bullied anymore. I help a lot of women in the corporate world who have to deal with narcissistic men. Yeah? I know how to help them. Yeah? Because what I went through on my journey is how you help other people. Yeah? Does that make sense? So that's basically what we talked about so far. Yeah?